The MIL standard 1553 bus has proven high levels of reliability, robustness, and tolerance of EMI for over 40 years. It is a mature yet still viable technology from a time before anyone had heard the words cybersecurity. A growing interest in detection and mitigation of unauthorized data bus activity calls for effective development and simulation tools. PBA.pro is a versatile simulation and analysis program which can capture 1553 bus activity. The data can be saved to a file and also displayed in a formatted table, as we see here. To get a better understanding of the data flow, it helps to see it represented in a graphical format. Here we see a visual representation of some minor frames. Each row is a 10 millisecond slice of time, and they occur one after the other. Each of the yellow bars at the left represents a minor data frame. We can zoom in and see individual boxes that represent command, data, and status words. Pop-up boxes contain details for each command. For those interested, you can pause the video here and look at the data flow details for this example. Threats may manifest themselves in a number of different ways. A specialized bus monitor could detect messages that seem out of place. Here we see a suspicious message that appears during the gap between the end of a minor frame and the beginning of the next. Of course, this could be an ordinary asynchronous message, but suppose an enhanced bus monitor determines it is a rogue message. An enhanced bus monitor like this could be designed, implemented, and tested using hardware and software tools from AIM. Let's observe the digital signals on the bus and see what might be done about this rogue message. Here is the unauthorized command. The parsing of the digital signal matches the info box from the previous screen. And here's some data within the message, changing periodically. We see the target remote terminal accepted the malicious message with a clear status response. The AIM 1553 hardware can disrupt this rogue message by putting a series of jamming pulses on the bus, which cause assorted errors within the malicious message. The target remote terminal will reject it due to message errors. Before, there was a clear status response from the target remote terminal right here. Now there's nothing. This means the remote terminal rejected the malicious message. Let's change gears and consider another possibility for someone who might wish to develop a 1553 bus security module, like the enhanced bus monitor mentioned earlier. It might be more accurate to call it a security monitor. For testing purposes, such a device would need several effective black hat scenarios to detect and mitigate. Building on the previous example, we will show how the AIM hardware can play the role of a black hat by suppressing a legitimate command message and subsequently replacing it with a forged command containing data of our choosing. Here is the series of minor frames we started with, this time without the rogue message. In our role as black hat, we will target the RT6 SA11 message, the hydraulic control message from that spreadsheet detail earlier. The MIL-SCOPE module will show us the RT6 message. Okay, here it is. This is the normal clear status response from RT6. Further out, all is quiet because that RT8 message following RT6 was the last one in the minor frame. It will be a long time, more than 8 milliseconds, before the next minor frame begins. Okay, back to the RT6, and we'll turn on the black hat. And now the original RT6 message is suppressed. See? No response to the jammed message. I will toggle the black hat off for a second. See how the response came back briefly when the black hat was turned off? So what does the hardware and software that suppresses the rogue message look like? Well, it's PBA.pro software and 1553 hardware running on another computer. Clicking the bus controller button toggles the jam message on and off. This is what I was doing off screen a moment ago. Okay, I'll drag that back where it was and turn the black hat back on. We're going out into that quiet section following the RT8 message to look for the counterfeit RT6 command that is replacing the genuine one we just suppressed. And there it is, the counterfeit command, complete with fake data and a response from RT6 which just accepted the message. Let's have a look at it in the message analysis window. The genuine RT6 message sort of looks like it is still there because the monitor detected signals on the bus. But in the MIL-STD window we saw how it was suppressed. Recall the message was rejected, and that is why the status response is missing. And here is the counterfeit message in the formerly quiet space that we saw in the MIL-STD trace. The time for cybersecurity on avionics data buses is here. Let AIM supply you with the tools, simulation, and building blocks to create the right solution for emerging needs.